Koraput. It is one such area of South Orissa that is bound to captivate your mind with its red soil, unique hilly landscapes, valleys, and of course, here lives some of the tribal communities of India with their indigenous languages, religions, festivals, cuisines, dance, music, and heritage. This time we were out to have a glimpse of lifestyle of one of such native tribes called Bonda or Bondo. In the southwest part of Koraput, they live in the hills of Malkangiri. It is said that the Bonda tribe of Odisha are part of the first wave of migration out of Africa about 60,000 years ago. They were also the first forest settlers in India. Anthropologists also say that they belong to the group of Austroasiatic tribes. It was around 1 hour drive from our Desia Eco Resort Pantalberi to the Bonda Khati or Bonda village through a bumpy road. On the gateway of the village, we found 4 traditionally clad Bonda ladies going to their fields for cultivation. The lady on the left is wearing proper traditional Bonda attire. A tiny piece of cloth called ringa covers the lower part of body. Although they don't wear any cloth on the upper portion, but heavy and colorful beaded garlands cover the upper part of body. They wear number of necklaces made of silver or aluminium and heavy earrings from the upper lobe of ear. Bonda women shave their heads and put a beautiful beaded headgear to cover it. But why do they shave their heads? Well, as the story tells, in ancient time, some Bonda ladies saw Devi Sita taking shower in the pond and they smiled. Devi Sita cursed him to be bald forever. Although women of young generations don't pay attention to this curse. Nowadays, they buy cheap night gowns from the local markets and wear them, definitely to avoid the eyes of outsiders. Bonda people use this river for collecting water for cooking, drinking, washing clothes, etc. Use of local wines is very common among them. They drink rice brew, solop, that is one kind of plant-based wine, and mahua. This is how they make the wine. In the lower container, the raw material is being boiled and the steam is getting collected inside the upper pot. Then the steam is getting down through the pipe and turned into liquid in contact with the cold river water. This lady is sealing the pot to ensure no precious steam gets leaked. They had a festival or parab on the next day, so they were coloring their house walls. All the colors are made from natural sources, yellow and red from the soil, black from burning the ashes. Children are also happily engaged to color the walls. I learned that Bonda people preserve their wooden main doors and put the same old door even they make a new house. Bonda boys are carrying chickens for the next day's festival. Bonda tribes are primarily forest dwellers, hunters and animists. But with time, they have become wood farmers now. In a matriarchal society, Bonda ladies are found to be hardworking and engaged in all kinds of tough jobs. They are responsible for providing food to their families and have privileged positions in the society. Although we have met one Bonda lady with swollen and red eyes, sadly telling that she got beaten by a drunk son. Bonda woman marries males who are younger to them, and boys' family actually have to give dowry to the bride's family. It's time to wear some jewelry.
So it's a little dark here. Yes. From outside.
Jadi orang mak tu, naik kubang naik kurang utai. Mari orang tak kolej semua tu beda aku marbet tali.
Agak lagu deh.
Nangkol kan nani? Mana sih? Oh yang didi lah. Aki yang marki bawa nunggu som. Ni sakit kan le, sampai sampai dah sini.
Budaya apa sih?
This is the place where they keep the pigs. And it's time to taste mahua for the first time. It's raw, authentic and pure. This old jackfruit tree plays a very important role in their society. There was much more to learn, but time was short. So, we had to return from Bonda village. But in my heart, I have a wish to come back and spend some more time with them and learn more about their culture and lifestyle. But in this small interaction with them, I learned that we should be much more aware and respectful about their culture, lifestyle, and we should learn much more about the tribal communities of India, which are the oldest inhabitants of India also.